The answer in this case is the following. We have a vertical ellipse. Vertical is a fancy word for horizontal, for up and down. Up and down is a fancy word for y-axis. Y-axis, y-coordinate. There you have it. Questions? All right. Let's proceed to 1E. Let's scratch through 1D, not to worry about it. Let's proceed to 1E. 1E needs a correction. This should be 2 comma B. Please note, this should be 2 comma B. I don't know what it was before, maybe 3. Should be 2 comma B on part 1E on page 3. Again, on page 3, question 1, part E, please correct it to read 2 comma B. And this is on the graph. And they want us to find B. Now, if you think about the ellipse that we have, again, I'll just sketch it out here. We had something kind of like this. They're asking when x is 2, that's right here. What is the y-coordinate? Well, the y-coordinate is up here, and the y-coordinate is down here. There are 2 values for v. There are 2 values for v because this is not a function. It does not pass the vertical line test. There are 2 y values for just 1 x value. So when we solve for v, we ought to get 2 answers. 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. Let's verify how to do that and that we get the 2 answers. Now, how do we find b? Well, we do the following. We recall that our equation was x plus 1 squared over 16 plus y plus 2 squared over 36 equals 1. And we know 2 comma b is on the graph. So just put 2 in for x and put b in for y. Because it has to be on the graph, which means it has to satisfy the equation. Bless you, Brianna. You're welcome. Let's plug that in and see what happens. Just solve it out at this point. Again, if one of these algebra steps breaks down along the way, please let me know. Many of you all are more than capable of solving this. Coming up here to the top of the page. Alright, we need to combine, multiply these fractions together. Again, please stop me if there is an algebraic step that breaks down. Bless you. And there you have your 2 answers, plus or minus 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. Let me take some questions on this. Edgar, go ahead, please.
You had 9 over 16.
Okay, so I subtracted the 9 over 16 on both sides. So this side is just b plus 2 squared. This is 1 minus 9 over 16, so I got the common denominator. 16 over 16 minus 9 over 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. 16 stays. Multiply both sides by 36. After we did the multiplication, we said, okay, we noticed both 16 and 36 are divisible by 2. That's how we got the 8 and the 18. Both 8 and 18 are divisible by 2. That's how you get the 4 and the 9. 7 over 4 times 9 over 1, 63 over 4, e plus 2. Then we took the square root and finally subtracted. Other questions? Okay. There's one more typo to correct on the homework sheet. Still on page 3. Problem 3. I'll project this here. And again, then I'll remove this, but if we could all just please correct the typo here. On problem 3, it should say the co-vertex is here and the vertex is here. I think I switched the words. This is on page 3. Problem 3, I think I switched co-vertex and vertex. Please take care of that switch for me. I'll make sure everybody got this. Okay. Of course, I am only going to make a suggestion here. I can't force you to do this, but my suggestion is tonight you spend your 30 minutes on level 3. The reason I would suggest to spend it here and not on what we just did is because this is going to prepare you for the quiz on Wednesday. So I'd recommend doing 30 minutes here tonight, email or whatever any questions you have, so that you can then spend tomorrow night refreshing this 30 minutes so that you're well prepared for Wednesday's quiz, which is based on this. 10 multiple choice questions on Wednesday, whole period. I've indicated which questions are calculator. Those match up with on the real quiz, what's calculator, what's not calculator, just so you all are well aware. Any questions? Okay, we have 15 minutes left, plenty of time to get started on the quiz review. I'm going to come around and collect all the homework that was due today. Remember, there were 3 things due: spring break homework, reflection, sources. If you are missing any one or more of those, I will award the deserved consequence.